It is important for my 3 pieces of work to all come together and make a successful final product. The work consists of a newspaper advertisement, a radio trailer, and the documentary itself. I think that when they are all together, I have a very effective and successful body of work. I think that the connotations and the meaning of the topic are clear in all 3 tasks. Also, many things used between the 3 of them are things that you would find in real media products, which makes them more successful. The first of the ancillary tasks that I completed was the newspaper advertisement. For this, I went out on location to find the right place to take the photo. I eventually decided to go to a nearby alley, which is always full of litter and empty bottles and cans. I also brought out some bottles to place around the subject to clearly show to the audience that the poster was about binge drinking. I tried many different angles and shots for this photo, and I finally decided on the photo which is now my advertisement. I chose it because I thought it showed quite clearly what the documentary was about. I used Photoshop to make it more eye-catching and detailed, so that it would stand out to the viewer, making them want to watch the documentary and find out more. My favourite thing about the newspaper advertisement is that it's so eye-catching. It has bold letters explaining the meaning of the model laying clearly passed out on the floor, showing the dangers of binge drinking. Next, I completed my second ancillary task, the radio trailer. I decided to do the voiceover for this myself. I'm 18 years old, and therefore I fit into the target audience. I thought that if someone heard a radio trailer about binge drinking by someone of their own age, it may draw them in and make them want to find out more, rather than using the same formal and strong voice used in the documentary. I was hoping that the voiceover being done by a young person would make the documentary sound more interesting to people of my age, and make it seem different from other documentaries that they may have previously seen. I also used a quote from the documentary, sticking with the voice of a teenager, keeping the target audience interested. I used Final Cut Pro to edit it all together and to add some simple but catchy music, which, being the editor, I was confident in using, and I'm happy with the outcome. Altogether, I kept the radio trailer simple yet informative, but still left a lot of information out to make the audience want to see the documentary to find out more. After hearing the final product and adding music to it, I think that using my own voice and keeping the trailer quite young worked effectively. Lastly, I put the documentary together and was happy with the final product. It was a lot more formal and factual than the 2 ancillary tasks, but I think it still worked well along with the interviews within it. You see that the documentary isn't overly biased and shows both sides to binge drinking. I think that all people over the age of 18 would be able to relate to it and have their own opinions on whether binge drinking is worth it or not, and also giving the viewers a lot more information than they already knew. Altogether, I think that the 3 tasks all go really well together. The 2 ancillary tasks show you exactly what the documentary is about, and the documentary is just what you would expect.